So I picked up my first film camera and I could not be more excited about it. This is the Pentax K1000. I did a lot of research online, YouTube, and talked to the guys at the camera store, and this came up quite often as a great beginner film camera. And especially for someone like me who's just barely dipping their toes into photography in general. I've been taking pictures for my whole life and videos, but not really looking at it at a photography, sort of more of a composition, the exposure triangle, and really sort of try to dial in those more professional and more creative, view of photography. So I'm really excited to get into it. I've been using another new camera of mine, the Fujifilm X-T50, which I purchased as my first photography forward camera. I usually use a Sony ZV-E10 Mark II for any of my vlogging videos or whatever it might be on my other channel. But I was really excited to really dive into photography, especially film, because once I got into like the film recipes and the film looks, realizing that it all comes from film, so I might as well try to shoot some film. But this has a very big learning curve to it for sure. I was able to get my first roll of Kodak Gold developed and scanned, and I got those today, so I will put some of those up in this video so you can kind of see what I've got so far. There was really only 3 or 4 usable photos in that whole roll. I was shooting it too much like it was digital and just going to run and gun with it. And I've got a notepad, and I'm going to sit down, and when I take my shots with more intention and more purpose, I'm going to record my settings and anything else I might need to look back on when I look at those shots and think about what I did and what I can improve, because there's a lot more to film photography than you would think, and I'm slowly realizing that. It's a lot of shooting with intention instead of just blasting off a bunch of digital shots, and you cannot quickly look back at your shot to correct any exposure or shutter speed in the moment. It's more of like you have to dial it in, you have to know it, and I'm really excited to really get into that whole aspect of it. But yes, so I finished that first roll, quickly got hit with the addictive itch on film, raced back to the store, got it developed, scanned, so I got that, and I picked up a bunch more rolls, some more. I got some black and white, the Ilford, if I'm saying that right, 400 plus, which was recommended by those guys, Portra 800, which was another favorite of one of the guys at the store, and some more Kodak Gold, and a few other ones. This one here, the S-Cine film, I've been seeing a lot of cool videos on that on YouTube, so I'm excited to check all these out. My plan for this channel, which is this, welcome to my new channel, by the way, thank you for tuning in, hopefully you'll subscribe, but I want to sort of document what I learn and what I can shoot on not just film, but digital as well, and sort of show you the film stock and what I've got from that specific film stock so you can have a reference point. Kind of what I've been looking at a lot recently on YouTube is certain film stocks and wanted to see some reference photos along with it. But I'm really excited. The few shots that I did get that came out well on this were definitely lit a fire and was exciting. It's funny to see 35 photos and really only a few of them do that, but it just kind of makes me want to really go after it. But again, shooting with intention, keeping notes, and taking track and taking your time. Taking a deep breath before every shot, opposed to just clicking off a bunch of bursts. So if you would, please subscribe. Leave me a million comments. Give me all the tips in the world you can. I'm hoping to eventually get really good with this and then look into more of a newer film camera, something that's brand new that I can kind of grow with and sort of break in on my own, opposed to something that's well broken in. But it has a great lens on it. I really love the manual focus. I really love that. I like to sit there and look through the viewfinder and dial that focus in. That's really kind of what I think about when I think of photography. It's not really all of the fancy digital gimmicks that there are, which are great and fun, but I really like the analog aspect of you are in control of that camera. You have to make the decisions for it. There's no computer behind it. There's a battery, and that's about it. Everything else is on you, and I love that idea. So hopefully you'll follow along and learn with me or watch me learn.